Bonjour! I just found out that an old friend of mine is coming to spend a few days with me. Paris is a city so many people visit, and I lived abroad most of my life, so there's always a college friend from Japan or an old colleague from LA who wants to come and experience true Parisian lifestyle. But here's the catch. I don't have a guest bedroom. And because I have a child, I don't like to disrupt her routine too much. So I'm always asking myself, how do I have someone over while maintaining a form of privacy and allowing your guests to have a space of their own, without their socks ending up in your pet's basket. This is Lubitsch, by the way. We just adopted him. So here are a few ways to create a guest bedroom when you don't have one. On y va? The first step is defining an area where your guest will stay. So if you have a small living room and your guest stays on the couch, that space will be very obvious. If you have a larger living room, choose a corner. That way you differentiate the community area from the space that your guest occupies. So I chose this corner, and most specifically this daybed. I don't really like sofas. I picked a daybed purposely to make up for the fact that I didn't have a guest bedroom. I found this one in a flea market and fell in love with it immediately. And unlike humans, furniture never breaks your heart. Try to make the bed before the guest arrives. That way, he feels welcome and he doesn't get the feeling that he's, intruding or camping in your home. Nice sheets, real pillows, and a proper cover make the guest area feel like a real bedroom. Add a side table. It can be, one of those folding tables that you leave in a closet or one that is already in use in the living room. I like to impress my guests by casually leaving a few New Yorkers here and there, even though I never have time to read them. Sufi poetry with well-chosen bookmarks, and I always leave a Karl Marx book, as you seem to think the French are socialists, and I wouldn't want to disappoint you. Add a reading lamp for your guest. That way he'll have more privacy and will be able to read in the evenings without all the lights of the living room being on, and everybody else will be able to sleep as well. Probably the most useful tip is to have a closet area, because your guests arrive with a suitcase and a bunch of things, and it quickly gets overwhelmingly messy around the house. I use the towel holder and add enough hangers for the week. I bought online this IKEA service trolley in which I store my gardening tools. It's very practical and not too expensive, and your guest can put his travel things, passport documents, etc. I also put these very practical Muji boxes that you can fold and put in the washing machine when they're dirty. I'll put references on Instagram. Put the suitcase under the bed or sofa or next to it. I found that a great way to seal the space is by using a folding screen. In the evening, it can close off the bedroom, and in the daytime, it can hide the closet area so that you can have your living room back. It really helps to make room in the bathroom for your guest. That way all his stuff is not confused with yours and there's not too much cluttering. I try to leave an empty drawer for my guest, but if you have a really small bathroom, you can use one of those Muji things. They're really practical and you can, stick things in there. Really practical as well is to have a set of towels of a different color for your guest. That way he doesn't confuse his towels with yours. So initially leave the towels on the guest bed so he immediately identifies his color, and you can choose the same color for the dinner napkins so that everybody knows what's what. Alors, how to create a guest bedroom when you don't have one. Pick a corner for your guest's bed, make the bed before the guest arrives, offer your guest a real pillow and bed cover, use coffee table as bedside table, look smart by casually leaving obnoxious literature. That was a joke. Add a reading lamp, create a makeshift closet area, invest in a folding screen, have a second set of towels with a different color, and erase your web history just in case. That was a joke too. I hope these tricks were helpful. I'll put more information on Instagram and on the video description. And I'd love to know what are your secrets to welcoming people into your home. So leave a comment, like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's the little red button on the bottom of the screen. Voilà, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Au revoir et à très vite. I leave you with the wise words of Khalil Gibran, who wrote The Prophet. If it were not for guests, all houses would be graves.